Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Star Spinner Tarot by Trungles. There is a website, chroniclebooks.com, if you would like to search that out. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reisch. Reisch is R-E-I-S-C-H. Okay. You already had cards like falling out of the deck, which I just left there, so I don't know what's coming into those. Okay. Oh, that reminds me of Pisces. Pisces had a similar ending. I don't know if that matters to you. If you're dealing with a Pisces, though, it might matter. It doesn't have to be an actual Pisces. The Pisces they're very supportive, usually good. They usually are your follower energy, to be fair. Dreamy, they dream a lot. Very dedicated, very loyal to people who show love to them. Just in case you're looking for that type of energy, trying to figure out who in your life that might be. They don't have to be an actual Pisces, like sun sign Pisces, but they might have some of that energy going on, just to be fair. Starting off, you got the World card. The world is at your feet here, is what I'm getting. But I have a feeling you don't see it that way. All these... See, these cards are good. You have the Queen of Cups coming next. But you have the chance to really start something. I'm not sure you believe it just yet. I'm not sure you believe it just yet. Kind of like, you know what, I'm not going to do this all by myself. I'm getting that energy. Kind of like, you know what, if I can get somebody to work with me at an acceptable level, whatever that might be for you. For some of you, you want them to match your energy as much as possible. For others, it's just kind of as long as they support me to a level that I'm comfortable with, like they don't have to run the show, but I got to know that I'm going to have the support I need. And right at the beginning, you're like, I like the idea of it, but I don't know. I don't know if this energy can match me. But when you put out the information, it starts off really good. Knight of Cups, somebody loves the ideas you're having. They love the ideas you're having. They're very positive with their energy return to you. And I'm getting between you and whoever it is, you got victory. They're like, yeah, that sounds good, but I'm getting we're waiting. Because when I see this, again, the Queen of Cups in this deck, I love how that she's kind of interpreted. Because I feel like she's kind of looking at this in the sense of like, you know, can we really go somewhere with this? Can this really, you know, survive on the water? Will this really make it? Because we can't set off right now. You'll notice that boat is not in the water. I notice that every time. Well, at least this time. But it's kind of like, I'm hopeful. I'd like to, but we're going to have to see how things go forward. And I have to see that level of attachment. I'm using the word attachment, but like, I don't think dedication works. It's just something where you got to like feel that this other person is in it and they really do want it too. They're not just going along with you, but they want to. I think that's the difference. You don't want them to just be like, you know, I want to go have this for dinner. And they're like, okay, whatever. You want it to be like, I want this for dinner. And they're like, yeah, I want that too, and I'll bring this. And that's the energy you're looking for. Like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. And I'll add in my own flavor here because I think that matches well. What do you think? And you're like, yes, let's do that. You don't want somebody to just go, okay, let's go. I'll go with you. No, that's not what you're looking for. You want somebody to go, yes, and I'll add this in. Somebody who will add into the pot here. Now this person, there's a lot of upside down cards. In the beginning, it's about what they make of it. They've got to stabilize their energy to start. They got the Magician, 6 of Coins, 6? Yep, 6, which is 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Earth. And is that the Star? That is the Star. Okay. All of this is kind of, well, it's kind of like a little cockeyed, but it's kind of like they're waiting to see what you're going to make of it. They're not taking the Magician role. It's reversed. They're not acknowledging it. They're not taking that. They're not really participating enough in the beginning. And they're not really They're just whatever you're saying, whatever you're putting out. They're like, okay. They're not adding in their own flavor. I don't like that. Again, this kind of reminds me of a Pisces matchup, and possibly. And if they don't do that, there's not much hope for the situation. That's the Star card reversed. It's also the lack of communication on their side, like active communication. Like they may be communicating, you say blah blah blah, and they respond to what you asked or said. But the reverse of the Star is kind of like Aquarius reversed, which makes me feel, in this case, it's like not giving their 2 cents, not saying what they feel, what they would like, how they would like it to go, what they think would go well. And that's literally what you want, is what I'm getting from this. Like, tell me what you think. Let's build on some ideas here. I'll bring the turkey. You bring the yams? And then if they just agree, you're like, well, I don't want them to just agree. I wanted them to say, well, actually, I can make this type of yams, and I also know how to make this. Can I bring that too? Yes, that's what you're looking for. But, you know. And it starts off with the Knight of Coins reversed, which is the Knight of Pentacles, Earth. I don't feel this solidifying just in the beginning. Not just yet. There's a chance here. I feel like they're saying this is how it's starting off. And you're kind of careful with it. You're trying to see how much interest is really there. Are you going to put it in the energy? Like, are you going to put it out there, what you want? Ironically, I think you might. Because I feel like you're not seeing the return you're looking for. And you're going to kind of like give this person a heads up. Kind of like, listen, I like this idea of this dinner, me making the turkey, but I'm not looking to just make a dinner and just invite people. I'm looking for people to also have their own ideas and bring their own dishes. Like if I do the dinner, I want somebody to do the dessert. Maybe we can, you know, get somebody else involved and they can do the appetizers, and maybe we can get somebody else involved and they can bring some type of special drink or whatever. And I feel like when I get that with the 9, nope, it's the 8. 6. All right, why is my brain like playing? This is obviously the 7, and I'm looking at it and I know it's the 7, but I'm saying 6, 8. Like I can't seem to touch it. Why can't I touch it? The 6 would be success. The 8 would be speed, swiftness. And it's kind of like, well, if we're going to make this go forward and it's going to happen, it's going to have to start happening now, but you're going to have to work with me and we're going to have to fight to make this work out. And you're going to put in that effort, kind of like, listen, if you want to be a part of this with me, I might make that happen. Haven't really even committed to the idea of making that dinner happen, but I'm looking for somebody to like also, you know, wow me a little bit. I want somebody to make a really good dessert. Maybe add a couple side dishes that, you know, I wasn't thinking about. I want something different. I want something new. I want something good. Something that's a little outside the box, maybe, that's still very tasty and delicious and that I would like to eat. It's kind of like if you don't like, for example, if you don't, I like eggplant, but if you don't like eggplant, because I know a couple of people who don't, you might be like, you know what I like and you know what I don't like, but I want to be surprised. You could push me outside the box a little bit. Just be careful. Certain things I'm not going to want. I think this is you fighting for it. This is how you're creating success here. You're like, you're not telling them what to do because that's not what you want, but you're like, this is the, like, I'm not going to tell you make this, make that. I'm not even going to give you a category beyond like maybe dessert. But I want to be surprised. I want something different. I want something I haven't had before that's really delicious. I want to try something different. And I don't want to know about it until you have it on the table. Don't tell me. I want it to be a surprise. Because when you tell them that, they can't keep coming back like, do you like cranberries? Do you? I mean, I was thinking white cranberries. Do you like white cranberries? What about plums? How do you like plums? Do you like plums? You don't want them doing that. So you're saying, I want it to be a surprise. So don't ask me. Like, you might allow them to ask a few little questions here and there, but you're like, I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. Like, don't ask me what I like. Ask me what I don't like. Because I'll tell you, what I don't like is, maybe you don't like grapefruit. I like grapefruit now. But maybe you don't like grapefruit, and you don't like maybe star fruit, or maybe you don't like kiwi. You're just like, those 3 are the ones I don't like. So don't, I prefer not those, but, you know, I like all the rest of them. So go for it. You're creating this energy. The 2 of Wands is starting, especially when you're saying, I don't want to know until it's there. I want to be surprised. Impress me. Impress me. I want to see something different. You know what? I'll do the same. I'll make something a little different, and I won't tell you, and I'll impress you. So don't worry about if you think it's going to go with my dinner. I'm not going to make the turkey now. I'm going to make something different. I'm not sure what the main dish is going to be, But don't worry, you'll be surprised. And it's one of those things, you're like, I'm really going to get this going. Like, I'm going to churn this up and make this really fun. Your energy gets really fun. I feel like it's kind of like challenge accepted, strength with the 10 of Cups. They really like this because you're including them and you're like putting a lot of faith in them. You're encouraging. There's a lot of encouragement here. Like, I know you can do it. Just make something happen. Just do what you got to do. Make something different. Something, there's a lot of resources online. You can find something, I'm sure. Make it your own. Make it different. They're like, okay, all right, let me think. And the 10 of Cups makes me feel like this family energy. They don't have to literally be your family, but they feel like on the in with you. Like they're in the in crowd with you. Like, they mean a lot to you and you're showing them this. They are going to try to like pick your brain a little bit. And I don't think you're going to let them do that too much. I think I was getting that before too. They got the 6 of Swords with the mermaid magic seduction. They're going to try to pick your brain a little bit, but I see you kind of going, I don't want you to do that. Don't do that. Come on, man. Just don't ask me what to do. Don't ask me if it should be raspberries or blackberries. Don't ask me that. Just do what you want to do. I don't want to know. I don't want to know that it could be raspberry or blackberries. I don't want to know that. Like, go do it. You got the 9 of Swords, kind of like maybe they can't do it. It's kind of making you a little nervous because they're asking you questions, and you're like, I'm gonna know too much. I don't want to know too much, and I want to be surprised. And I feel like you're telling them that, like, don't ask me questions like that. I want to be surprised. And I get the 6 of Swords with the magic mermaid seduction. Is kind of like they get enough information from you, and it's like, okay, they asked you if you like blackberries or raspberries better, and then you're like, I don't really want you asking me that. Like, I want to be completely surprised. So they might decide which one to use, but that might be like a glaze over something else. So maybe a blackberry or raspberry glaze over something. It's not like what the whole thing's made of. But I feel like they're working on it, and they're getting really excited. They want to surprise you, and they're thinking, okay, the Scorpio thinks they know what I'm doing, but I got them. They're not going to know what I'm doing, but they're going to think they know what I'm doing. Whoever this is, it's somebody who's like, they want to impress you. They want you to be happy with them. They're stepping outside the box, and they're being a little misleading with their questions. They think they're funny. It's not bad. It's just humorous. It's nothing bad with it. And I get that they come forward, and I get that there's a really good outcome with this. The 3 of Cups with the best possible decision. You got this person out of their comfort zone. It worked very well. You got them right out of their comfort zone. And I'm getting like you're happy with the outcome. They're happy with the outcome. This is a very fun situation. This might lead into like a pattern if you want it to. It's up to you. Like every now and then when you feel necessary, like let's do that type of dinner again. I'll make something and not tell you what it is. You make something. Don't tell me what it is. And maybe even like, here's the category is hors d'oeuvres. You can make anything you want. That's, I'll eat any vegetables. So you can have any vegetable you want. And maybe you have like restrictions with the meat. Any type of dairy you want to do, you can do that. I don't care. Or unless you have certain dairy, like maybe you don't like blue cheese. Maybe you don't like cream cheese. Maybe, whatever. You just set up the rules, like just don't do these things and don't do that, but you can do any of this, and I want to be surprised. And you might make that a repetitious thing. Because I'm getting this was a lot of fun. And I think when you got the payoff, it was a real good time. It was kind of like, I didn't see that coming, and like everybody got something different. You doing something new isn't very shocking. Like, I feel like that's Scorpio 101. Like, every now and then you just do something random anyway, like just because you want to. But this other person, like, you got them outside of the box, and that really feels good. Again, this is something you can repeat if you want to. The question is, do you want to repeat it again or not? It doesn't have to be, like, every week or every month. It could be once a season. It could be a seasonal thing, and you could just, every time it comes up, you just kind of get together at the end and go, do we want to do this again? What date works best for us to get together again to do this one more time? And whatever the next season is. Like, what do we know? We're in winter, obviously. So, like, we do it in winter. Let's plan for sometime during spring. What works for everybody? Okay, we'll get together on this, and we'll do the same type of thing. Cool. And just at the end of it every time, do we want to do it next season? Yeah. Okay, let's plan it again what day we're going to get together. All right, we'll do it that way. Once a season sounds kind of fun, actually. I don't know where that's coming. So however this is working out for you, like the seasonal thing, I feel like that overlays in a lot of different patterns of whatever you're dealing with here. All right, I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.